Hello there. Before we start to create the actual animation, I would like to quickly explain you a few things about the track matte in case you don't know how to use and how to work with it. Hello and welcome to you today. Today we are going to make a really beautiful animation. But before we start, I'd like to explain you something essential, which is track matting. Most of you most likely know how track matting works, but for those of you who don't, I'll create a new composition. You can click on this button and let's make it maybe 6 seconds so we have something to work with. And track matting basically allows you to hide or reveal something, a different layer, in a specific manner. Let me show you how. For example, you have text on the screen, like I have here text on the screen. Now I would like this text to come in from this side and reveal itself slowly, but I'd like something to hide it here. So that's how you can use a track matte. Let me deselect everything, select an object and make a simple rectangle. Maybe I also use fill. Okay, this is a filled rectangle. It's a blue one. Now this text can set its track matte to alpha matte this shape layer 1 because you always use the layer above as a track matte. So the layer under it has two options. I can either alpha matte or luma matte. Alpha matte uses the visibility, the alpha layer of this particular layer. Luma matte uses its color. So in the luma matte, when we select luma matte, the text is a little bit visible because the color is blue and it goes from white to black. Black means invisible, white means completely visible. So everything is revealed in this color range. Okay, I'll select alpha matte because where the blue is, the text will be visible. Where the blue isn't, the text will be invisible. Let me select the text. I'll pick the selection tool and look what happens. Only where the blue screen was, the blue layer, only there the text is revealed. You can also select alpha matte inverted and it will just work the other way around. Only where the layer isn't, the text will be visible. Now let me show you the second way, the luma matte, and this will be it for this lesson. I'll select a color. Let me select gradient ramp. I'll show you this layer. It's blue now, but I'll select gradient ramp and perfect. The default settings are black and white. I'll maybe make those colors closer. White, black like that. Okay, now I'll select the text and select luma matte. Let me show you. Here on the bottom, it was white, so the text is visible. But as I move it further up, here it was black. So black means invisible. So depending on how the color of this layer is set, this layer, if you select luma matte, you will work with its coloristic. So everything on black will be hidden, everything on white will be revealed. That's why we had blue, which is a color in between. We had this text in gray. It was something about this color. Okay, and that's it when it comes to the basics of track matting. This is only an overall hint and information for you to work with because we'll of course use track mattes, and track mattes are like the bread and butter of this software. You'll very often refer to track mattes as you do something. So thank you a lot for listening to those basics, and let's now head over and start creating our final animation.